I'll be 182. I'll be 182. I'll be 182. 182 bid. I'll be 3. Fresh horse 4. 184. It's in Gippsland now. I'll be 5, 6. 186. You want to buy the best? Here they are. I'll be 186. It's in Gippsland now. I'll be $1.86. 186, bidding done, put on at 186, done. Here's 186 SEJ, takes the boat.
Day 2 of the Hamilton weaner sales has been done and dusted, and Hugh Douglas from Landmark joined me. Hugh, you'd be very happy with the result of today's market. Very consistent right throughout and probably firm, maybe a shade dearer.
Yes, no, I think most vendors will be very happy with themselves, saying Murray. You look through the heavy end around that $1.85 up to $1.95 for the best calves, and I think a few vendors are worried that their lighter calves, their seconds and thirds, might have dipped down 10 or 15 cents cheaper, but it was very consistent. The further in we got, the more consistent it got. Local restocker competition certainly helped that in those last 2 lanes of calves, where they were making $1.80 up to $1.85 for your 250s up to 300s, whereas last year they were hard to sell. And certainly, yeah, very consistent through the market. Right?
Yeah, you had good support from Gippsland and from the feedlots through the early lanes and the heavy cattle.
Yeah, Gippsland are always good down here. Certainly help us out a fair bit. I think you look through, there's a lot of repeat buys come back. It only says one thing about the cattle, they must do a job for them. Gippsland, you're right, the feedlot competition is strong as well. But as I said, when that kind of fell through, going to the end of the lighter steers, certainly the local restocker competition pushed the average to around the same as the heavy. So.
Yeah, the major feeders, TFI probably wasn't as active today, but they were replaced by T's, who never took part yesterday in yesterday's action.
Yeah, I don't know if the weight and the cattle were there. I think probably yesterday in Independence the cattle were probably a bit heavier, our first 3 or 4 lanes certainly had the weight, and it dipped down a bit probably for lots of TFI, but you're right, T's, their bit of competition certainly helped it, where it wasn't there yesterday. So
yeah, 2 days gone now. Hugh, does it give you a bit of confidence that this market has got a good bottom in it, and it's performing well? Yeah,
I think so. Early reports out of the other markets out of Casson, today was a Hereford cattle and sold very well. And I think just because numbers aren't probably there like they were last year, people aren't forced to sell due to the season. I think that with the numbers, there's going to be more competition. I think that the Hereford cattle should be as good as what the Angus cattle are here, especially the heavier ones. And hopefully that local competition that we saw today will come through tomorrow and Thursday, and hopefully the heifers for next week.
186.7, 187, way high 8, 188, 188, $1.88, talk to him down.